In this video, we're going to talk about interest rates and how they have affected the housing market for both buyers and sellers, and we're going to get started on that right now. Hey everybody, my name is Darren Rivers. I am the Northwest Realtor and welcome to Living in Gig Harbor. If you're new to this channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell so you get all the notifications of my videos that I send out. Share it with a friend of yours. Maybe this will be educational to somebody looking in this area as well. We're going to get started on interest rates and what has happened in the market recently over the last couple months. And there's been a rapid change in what's going on. So as many of you know, the Feds have been raising interest rate. They've raised them 3 or 4 times over the last 3 months or so. At the beginning of the year, people were getting, loans for sometimes less than 3%. Some of the VA loans were even down to like 2.5%, almost free money. And in rapid order, just in the last couple of months, those interest rates have almost doubled. So what does that mean? There's some obvious disadvantages to that, and there's a couple advantages that we're going to go into as well, but let's start with the disadvantages. So as a buyer, obviously, if you're getting a mortgage on a house, your interest rate being higher, your payment's going to be higher. So if you qualified for, say, a $600,000 loan a few months ago, well, to get that same payment, that might only be a $500,000 loan today. So your buying power is a lot less. That's an obvious disadvantage. So if you want to buy a house for that $600,000 mark and you still want to buy it for that same value, your mortgage payment is going to be several $100s more than it would have been a few months ago. The advantage for buyers with that is you have a lot less competition now. So a few months ago, you're going after a house and you're competing against 10, 12 other buyers that are all writing super aggressive offers. Escalation clauses, sometimes they're escalating up $50,000, $100,000. Waiving inspections, waiving your financing contingency, releasing earnest money immediately after mutual acceptance. All of these things that were all new for us in the industry hadn't been done historically before, and we started coming up with really creative and aggressive ways to win a deal. And all of these were kind of risky for the buyers because you're waiving all of these rights that you would normally have. Well, now with interest rates being higher and some buyers now not qualifying anymore, if they were right on the cusp of qualifying previously, well, maybe they don't qualify anymore, or the interest rates have scared them away and they've stepped out of the market. So now instead of competing against 10 or 12 other buyers, you might be competing against one. You may not be competing against anybody. So we can go back to writing more of a traditional offer with an inspection contingency, keeping your financing contingency in place for your protection. And instead of escalating $50,000, $100,000, so a $600,000 house may escalate to a $700,000 house a few years ago, or a few months ago, I'm sorry. Well, now you might actually be able to get it for $600,000 or maybe even a little bit less. So even though the interest rates are higher, you're purchasing the home for a lesser value, so your monthly payments all kind of equate to about the same. So yeah, it's scary. Oh my God, interest rates raised so much, but really it may equate to you having the same out-of-pocket costs each month because you're not competing against so many people. So that's the advantage that has happened, is the buyers. A lot of the buyers have backed out of the market. Now, if you're a seller, we're in a whole different ball of wax here. I mean, it's been a seller's market for the last few years. Prices have climbed dramatically, 25, 30% a year. You're getting increased value in your home. So sellers just had it made. They could put their house on the market, not have to do a whole lot to it, not really prepare for it, and they just sit back and just watch all the offers come in and watch the bidding war, just get started, and they just sit back and laugh at the amount of money they're coming in. Well, as a seller, you don't have that liberty anymore. You don't have the buyers coming at you as aggressively anymore because they don't have the buying power that they did a few months ago. So don't expect 10 or 12 offers on your house. pricing your house is more important than ever because you're not going to get these crazy bidding wars. You need to price your house appropriately, have realistic expectations as to what's going to come in, and still be secure in knowing that there's still low inventory. There's still less houses than there are buyers out there. It's just not to the extreme that it was. So are you going to get 5 offers on your house in the first 3 days and have it escalate 10%? Most likely not. Every once in a while, it's a case-by-case basis. Every once in a while, that still happens, but it's not nearly as likely. You should just have realistic expectations and be patient that, you might only get 1 or 2 offers over a weekend, and you're not going to have 20 showings a day like we did a few months ago. You might get 2 or 3 over a weekend. So that's where sellers sit. It's just not as crazy as it was. Your house isn't losing value, but it's certainly plateauing. It is not climbing like it has the last couple of years. So just, enjoy the fact that if you've been in your home the last 5 years, it's probably doubled in value. I mean, that's a fantastic investment. But it's gonna ride this even keel for a while, and this will probably stay for a year or 2 or so until the Fed start dropping interest rates again. They raised them so much to counteract the inflation that's been going on, really aggressive inflation, in fact. So that's where we're at. The buyers, your purchasing power is not as high. That's the disadvantage. The advantage is you have much less competition, so maybe you can get into that house for a realistic price. The sellers, your disadvantage is you're not going to get the crazy bidding war. It's not going to go up 10, 12, 15% like it was, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. But just know that with our area, especially, there's a lot of military around. The turnover is more here, and there's still buyers that want to come here. This is Gig Harbor after all. It's a very desirable place and people want to come. So, and there's not enough, we're growing and growing and growing, and the construction isn't keeping up with it. So we still have a housing shortage. Interest rates do not affect inventory, and we still have a low inventory. So as a seller, you're still in good shape there. So anyway, this is just kind of a short video. I know I've been gone for a while. I haven't sent out a video for a few weeks now, so sorry for the absence, but here I am again. All my information is going to be posted right here. So again, my name is Darren Rivers. Please feel free to contact me in any way, text, email, a phone call. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can even leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and I'll make sure to get back to you, and we'll see you on the next Living in Gig Harbor.